Maya Shachi in the building. You dig?
What's goody?
Welcome to Talks with Cone, man. I'm glad to have you on. Man. We always have dialogues. I figure we do it live, real time.
Right.
Share with the people. How's your day going?
My day's cool. It's been pretty quiet, so.
Yeah, word up.
Yeah.
Word up. So we jump right into it. I know what you do. I know how long you've been doing it, but just kind of give people some insight what you do, when you got started, that kind of vibe. Where you from?
Okay. Of course, my name is Maya. I'm from the 757 Beach, to be specific. I'm a creative visual artist, so photography, creative direction, production, all the things that fall under that umbrella, that's what I do.
Cool. So where'd you get your start at? I know everybody has like a starting point, photography, videography. Where was yours?
So I actually started when I was like 14. I was going through, growing pains, high school,
Yeah, for sure.
peer pressure, stuff like that. And so I had a really supportive mom. She was definitely solution-based in trying to help me find an outlet so that I could stop, getting into bullshit and just pointless trouble. So she actually suggested that I pick the camera up. I think I had to be like 14.
Mm-hmm.
And I just never put it down after that. I just fell in love with it and took off running with it. So when I was maybe like 19, I got with Dexter Cohen from Viz Inc. Out of Norfolk. Mm-hmm. And he took me under his wing and taught me everything I know. So he was my mentor. And then my mom passed in 2015. So after my mom passed, I moved to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. I just kind of put my nose in the work.
Yeah.
And that was just all she wrote.
Yeah. Word.
Mm-hmm.
So, mention your mom. I always say my deepest condolences. I've said it probably 100 times, but I understand. I don't understand directly how much of an impact or shift that was for you creatively. For those who may have been in similar situations as you, can you kind of speak to that? You know what I'm saying, and how you dealt with it, and how you maneuvered it through your creative process?
Yeah. So I would definitely be lying if I said it wasn't hard. The first, I would say 2 or 3 months after my mom passed, I was at a complete creative block. Like I had no gas in the tank. Like, normally I walk around with the can of Minute Maid in my back pocket. I always got the juice, but that just was not the time. That was not the time. Like, I could not pull it together. It really took for me to move. As much as I love home, I had to get away from that. It was just, it was too saturated in like the sadness and like the grief that was attached to leaving my mom, or losing my mom rather. So, I had to just get away from that and then just start over. So, I guess what really helped me through it was just knowing that that was something that she gave me. Like, she gave me that legacy to leave behind. So, just trying to make sure that I would always make the best of that. Always make sure that I kept my promise to my mom as far as doing something with myself and my art. So that's really what pushed me through, but it's still a struggle because when I run into creative blocks, it's like the one person I be wanting to talk to about it, I obviously can't talk to about it. So it's a struggle, but if you have an outlet, I guess you can always get through it. But it's just I learn every day how to navigate that and how to keep being a creative and keep evolving in my art. So that's what helped me, but still learning every day for sure.
Yeah, I think that's healthy to hear for people who aren't outwardly expressive about those things. Mm-hmm. Knowing how to maneuver tragedy, knowing how to maneuver transition at all, is just like it's a lesson in itself. So like, I think that piece alone, it helped me to hear. It helps me to hear that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Having lost my brother, stuff like that, which is not a mother. We can't comp it for real, but loss and transition is close. It's, you know what I'm saying? They're almost one and the same. So I know you got started when you were 14. Dex or whatever. How did you meet Dex? How did you connect with him?
So that's wild. So before Instagram had DMs, Instagram, I guess, had maybe been out a year.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it wasn't even it was when it was still a photography app.
Mm-hmm.
So I, started my little business before I had an LLC and everything. I just started, shooting and just putting my work out there, kind of being vulnerable with it. And I came across Dex's work actually on Facebook first.
Mm.
And then once I found him on Instagram, I just went and liked all the pictures. Then I commented under one of his pictures one day, like, hey, I'm a rookie. Like, I would love for you to take a look at my work and let me know what you think. And he wrote me back and was like, send me your email or give me a call, something to that effect. So I reached out to him, and he's just like, yeah, you can, he's like, just come by the studio, we'll talk. So I'm like, okay. So me, who I was then, and what was this, 2012? Had to be 2012. So yeah, like, who I was then, I just went dressed like I was going to an interview. Like, I had on a skirt, like a dress shirt, a blazer. I was not fucking around. Because I just felt like, I don't know what could come of this. I have to look the part. So he told me, make sure I bring my equipment. So I went to the studio, and he got off the elevator, and I was just so embarrassed because I was totally overdressed. Like, he had on a white tee and some Adidas pants. I was like, damn. Like,
yeah, for sure.
All right. So, we go upstairs to his studio. He gives me, like, the tour of the studio. That's when I realized that Dex, like, was not a single-person entity. Like, he is, but he's also part of a team. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was dope. But, yeah, we just got to it quickly. Like, we sat down. He asked me to see my equipment. He got on me because I wasn't shooting with Canon at the time. I started off on Nikon. He was like, yeah, we got to do something about this. So I was like, okay, fine. But, yeah, like, I linked up with Dex, and he just gave me, like, the complete rundown, and he actually offered me, like, an internship on the spot because he was like, you're dressed for the part, and you look like you want to attack it. So that's the type of people that I need if I'm going to be teaching anybody. So that was all she wrote. That was June 2012, so it's been 10 years at this point now.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's wild. Like, and then even with me being in Atlanta 7 of those 10 years, of the last 10 years, anyway, Dex still looks out when I go home and shoot. I'll hit him up like, yeah, I'm coming to the crib, and he'll be like, yeah, well, the studio's open, like, we need something, you come here, even if you don't have to shoot, if you need me to look at some stuff, like, I'll look at it. If you want a lesson on this editing technique, we can do that. So he's always, like, made himself available to me. It's like a never-ending resource. So, I mean, Dex gets a lot of kudos for my career because if I didn't know him, I probably would never have evolved into, like, where I've gotten to so far. Yeah, so shout out to Dex. Yeah, man.
I think, yeah, you kind of spoke to the benefits of mentorship, healthy mentorship.
Yeah.
Because there's unhealthy mentorship.
Facts.
so
Facts.
The benefits of healthy mentorship. So guys, like, if you have questions and you want answers, don't be afraid to pursue with intent. To learn, you know what I'm saying, to grasp that knowledge, because there are people out there that want to give it if you're genuine. So,
but see, that's true as well. But then you also have to vet people. Like, even if you're the mentee, you still have to vet people. Like, I was blessed and fortunate enough to end up with Dex, and Dex is not a weirdo. It's a lot of weirdos out here. Like, it's just a lot of weirdos. Like, Dex was really the first person I met that was in love with their camera. Like, my mother passed this down to me because it's like a hobby she used to have before she was a mom and all that. But Dex showed me what that looked like. Like, and he told me, your relationship with your camera may cost you your relationship with some people. And I didn't even really come to understand it until I got older. Like, I turned 30 6 months ago, 7 months ago. I didn't even start to realize that until not even a year ago. Like, oh, that's like a fact.
Yeah.
That's like a fact. So, yeah, I was just blessed to have a mentor that kept it, tall with me and made sure that I knew what I needed to know so that when I went outside, I was always set up for success, whether I was here or in Atlanta or at home in Virginia or wherever I travel. He just made sure I knew what time it was in all settings.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's important. The weird piece, vetting. These are all very necessary things that we don't talk about. not just creatively, but generally vetting who you're around, taking the time to get to know who they are as people through interaction. Like, I don't necessarily call myself a pursuit of a dialogue with people. I kind of like to try to let it happen. But from the exchange I get, I try to vet what they are. You know, so that's super important.
Yeah.
So what kind of impact are you looking to have on your life? Maybe another photographer on the come up. You know what I'm saying? What is Maya Shachu trying to give to people by the time she's done doing what she's doing?
So I actually like that question, but I'm gonna answer it a little unconventionally.
Listen,
is that a word?
Listen.
Unconventionally?
I think it is, cuz we check West after this jump.
Can y'all look it up? You tell me if that's a word. Yeah, look it up. What I was gonna say was the mark or like the legacy that I want to leave, just as an artist, like a creative overall, not just a photographer. I want to leave a mark like, damn, this girl was like an octopus. Like, she had 10. How many legs does an octopus have? 8. She had 8.
Google. Let's Google.
8. She had 8 legs, and she used all 8 of her legs. You know, like, I have so that's funny that you asked that. I have a tattoo on my leg that says, when I stand before God at the end of my life, I hope that I will have not a single bit of talent left and can say I used all that you gave me. Mm. So I know that the first person I ever saw with that tattoo was Braxton. So rest in peace, Brax. Attacks.
Yeah.
But that resonated with me so hard because I'm a great photographer. I believe that, but I feel like there's so much more to me. So the legacy that I would like to leave is that when I completed my life, I attacked every talent that I had, and to just leave people the message or show them like that you can do that. You can be a photographer and then tap into other things. You can be a singer and tap into other things. You can be like an artist, like a painter or somebody that draws and do other things. Like, I want people to understand that just by looking at me and what I left behind, that it was possible. So that's what I want to leave. Not necessarily as just, I mean, obviously I want people to look at the work and be like, damn, like, if I died tomorrow, I want people to look at the work and be like, damn, like, Maya was a great photographer, but what else did she do? So if you take the camera away, what else did you know her for? Did she tap in all her talents? Was she encouraging other people? Did she extend an olive branch? Did she share her resources? Like, I just want to be remembered as like a whole individual.
For sure.
That just happened to be an artist.
Absolutely.
Yeah.